Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. In this video today, I'm going to be showing you around the all-new 2023 BMW X5. Now, some of you may remember that I've already made a video on the X5, but that was all the way back in 2019, so that was 4 years ago. And since that time, some changes have been made. So in this video, I'm going to review the X5 again and show you all about it. Alright, so we're going to start up front by talking about the general design of the X5. Now, in my opinion, the X5 is the best looking full-size SUV on the market. It's one of the last BMWs that hasn't been ruined by their latest design language. Overall, this still looks really good, and especially in its M Sport form and in this beautiful shade of Tanzanite blue. Now, some of you BMW fanboys may know that Tanzanite blue is only an individual paint option. It's not on the regular paint scheme. So in order to get it on the X5, you have to pay a little extra, and you have to wait a lot more time than usual if you want your X5 painted in this color. But overall, like as you can see, this is the X5 M Sport. So it has the M Sport design language, which means it has all this aggressive looking front bumper. And the front bumper also in this case is not black, it's body painted. So that means that usually on the X5, while this portion would be black, this is painted in the body color. But as you can see, these are the dual kidney grills, which are not huge. They're still like normal sized according to BMW, and these can also open and close according to the needs of the engine. So if the engine wants more air to cool, then it will open up, but in its normal state they remain closed, so to give a more better look. And then right here you also have the camera for the 360 camera that you have. And then over here, talking about the headlights, these are not the standard headlights. These are the upgraded laser headlights, which you can tell by this little blue that the headlights have in them. And these headlights look really aggressive, especially when they're turned on. Then over here, you also have some more vents for cooling. Now, while these vents are real, this one here and this one, the ones on the top are fake. They're blocked out so they don't give any air. But that's reasonable, I feel like. So that's it for the front. Now let's go to the side. Alright, now from the side you can see that the X5 has a beautiful shape. It's not too elongated, and it still looks a lot muscular in my opinion. Now talking about the tires, these tires are the base tires. They're the base 20-inch wheels that you get with the M Sport package, but you can also upgrade to 21-inch and even 22 inches if you wanted to. Now, one more thing about these tires is that this specific car is equipped with the BMW floating wheel caps, which means that these stay upright but no matter what. So if I do this, they will come back to their original position. And since this is an M Sport, you also get blue brake calipers with M branding on them. And then moving to other side, you also have an M badge on here, and this air vent, which is fake. It has no purpose, it's just there for show. And then as you can see, the X5 has beautiful lines along its side. And also the X5 has the window surround lines blacked out. So normally if you get the X line or the Sport version, then they would be chrome. But if you get the M Sport, then they're blacked out. Overall, the side of the X5 looks really good. Now on to the rear. Alright, now from the back of the X5, you can see, in my opinion, this is the best angle of the new X5. It really looks like, even like this is not even an M50 or an X5M, but it still looks so muscular, especially in this M Sport package. You have dual exhaust pipes, which look like they could be off of an M car. And then you also have this fake, like almost fake looking diffuser, like it doesn't really have any purpose, but it's still there. Now, another thing about these exhaust pipes are they are real. While these are just the surround and the actual pipe is small, at least they're not fake like Mercedes and Audi are doing, which looks ridiculous in my opinion. And then the tail lights are also fully LED, and I love their design, how they wrap around the back and they have this almost 3D texture to them. And then you also have the X5 and the X-Drive 40i badging at the back. Now, if I open up the tailgate, which you can do by just pressing the button here, you will see that this generation of the X5 still retains the iconic dual tailgate that the X5 has always had. And now in this generation, this is also electric. So you just have to press this button and the part automatically lowers down. And overall, I would say the boot space of the X5 is very spacious. There's more than enough room here for all of your luggage. And then you also have, if you lift this up, you also have a spare wheel underneath. And another thing, this floor lid is on hydraulics, which is really fancy. I've never really seen this before, and this really adds to the feel of the overall car. But closing this, which you can do by gently pressing it back down. And overall, this one feature this X5 is missing is the electronic boot lid cover, which the one I reviewed 4 years ago had, but BMW has now since removed that feature because of the general chip shortage. But that is one feature that's missing. One more feature you have in this boot is hooks, and you also have a 12-volt socket down here. And that's really about it. And then to close this, you don't need to close the two things twice. You just press this button at the top, and then it automatically closes itself. So that's it about the back. Now let's go to the interior. Alright, now the interior of the X5. Now the first thing you notice when you step inside is this beautiful M Sport steering wheel. Like, it's really cool in its design. It's basically the same one that you get when you buy any new M car, like the X5N or even the M5, the M3. But yeah, it's really grippy to hold, and then you also have this M badging down here, which really adds to the occasion. Now, we're going to start the car, which you can do by pressing the start-stop button right here. So as you can see, this is a cold start. And now, we've started the car, and now let's take a look at the infotainment system. Now, this is not the BMW's latest infotainment that you get when you get the new 7 Series. This is the one before that. So this is the iDrive 7. But overall, in my opinion, this is the better infotainment out of the two. Like, it's way more intuitive to use, in my opinion. Let's take a third tour of the system now. So first of all, you have media here where you can connect Apple CarPlay, which is wireless, radio or Bluetooth audio. And then you also have communications here for your mobile devices. Then you also have navigation, which is really, you can like search if you wanted to. And then another thing, you can type in whatever you want using this dial here. Then you can also say my destinations or maps and CarPlay. And this navigation is overall a really good map, in my opinion. Then you can also go into car. And then when you go into car, there's like a whole lot of information that you can see. So you can go into journey data, which will show you every bit of data that you would ever want to know. Like, this is way over the top, in my opinion. Like, no actual X5 owner is ever going to look at it, but it's still great that they offer this. And then you can go into sport displays, which is again very over the top. Like, no X5 owner actually cares about what G-force they're pulling, but still, it's great that they offer it. And then you can go into X view, which is like the off-road menu, like somebody's actually gonna off-road it. But you can see like elevation data, your steering wheel, like tilt angle, and the rotation angle of your car. I don't know, I'm pretty sure there are actual terms for it, but I'm not really sure what they are right now. And then you can also go into energy flow if you wanted to. You can see like how you're doing on the data, like how you're doing in gas mileage. And then you can also go into vehicle status where you can check different points that you would want to know, like the tire pressure, engine oil. And then you can also go into settings if you want to change like various settings of the car, like key button assignment, climate, or seat, or interior lighting. You can change the ambient light color in here, which you can choose from like several like different options like bronze and matte. You can even choose combination of two, like it's currently set at green, which looks really good at night. And then you can also have lilac if you wanted to. And then you can also change the displays here. Like this car also has a heads-up display, which you cannot really see on camera, but it's there. And then you can also change the instrument cluster view if you wanted to. Then you have the control for the various driving assist features that this car has, which is again great. And then you can go change driver profiles, and you can take a look at the owner's handbook. And then here you also have the apps if you wanted to take a look at all the apps, which you can have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And then right here you have the climate control buttons. You have this specific display for them, and then you have all the controls for that here. And then down here you also have like a radio control knob, radio volume knob, and then you also have the presets, which you can preset to anything you want it to. And then you also have this storage area right here where you have the wireless cell phone charger and a USB port, and also a 12-volt socket. Then down here is like the main area of control. Like as you can see, this is in crystal glass, which you get when you get the X5, and it looks really good. Like this is the gear lever if to shift into gears, and then right here are the various controls for the iDrive system. And then here is the air suspension button, which this vehicle is equipped with, and you have the handbrake here and the various drive modes here. Like if you go into sport, then the display also changes. Like as you can see, it becomes more aggressive. And then if you go into Eco Pro, it goes into blue, which is the universal color for an eco driving mode, and I don't know why that is, but yeah. And then overall, this driver's digital display isn't the very best in my opinion. I feel like the ones that Audi has to offer is a bit more useful. It gives more information, but this is still better than having analog dials. And overall, I would say the quality in this car is really high. I would say it's even higher than what Mercedes has to offer, and that is saying something. Like everything you touch is soft touch. Like everything is covered in leather, and the trim is beautiful. And yeah, overall, some would say that this design is aging now since BMW has released the newer designs, but I would still say this looks really good. And this vehicle is also equipped with the Harman Kardon surround sound system, which sounds great. And then right here on the door, you also have the controls for the heat, for the memory seats, and for the tailgate, and all the usual controls that you have. So that's it for the exterior. Now let's go back outside. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this upload today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And also, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.